Welcome to your favorite podcast channel. Shalom MUHAMMADU is my name, and I'm glad to welcome you. Today I want to talk about the burial of our late former President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, General MUHAMMADU BUHARI. Just yesterday, the remains of the President MUHAMMADU BUHARI was laid to Mother Earth. As I was watching it on national television, I was just ruminating, thinking. I saw the dignitaries talking about the President of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the Vice President, former Vice President Simbajo, leaders, former leader of Niger and all that. And I was just like, wow, Buhari is gone. Whether the body is there physically or I don't know, it's arranged, but one thing is sacrosanct, it was laid to Mother Earth yesterday. And the president declared a public holiday. That's good enough, at least for someone of his caliber. But the thing is this, all the things we are doing, it will not make sense if we don't learn the lessons that come along with death. Like I said in my previous podcast, death is a leveler. Whether you are rich, you are poor, tall, short, or what of you, death is an inevitability. Then something needs to be germane at this material point of time. And what is that? To live a purpose-driven life. What is a purpose-driven life? Service to humanity. I saw Chibuike Amechi, former governor of Rivers State. He was dressed in the regalia of an emir. Have we really changed after this burial? What kind of policies are we bringing up? Are these policies people-centric? Are these policies benefiting the masses? Basic dignity of human life, is it being entrenched or being followed? A lot of things and a lot of questions are begging for answers. Our leaders gathered in Katsina, Daura yesterday, celebrating MUHAMMADU BUHARI. Which Buhari has gone. You and I are still alive. We are battling, struggling for what I call frivolities, frivolous rendezvous. What is most important is the lives you impact. I'm not going to talk about the personality of Buhari because the little I knew about him was that the policies he brought were not given. Perhaps some persons may argue that he had good intentions. I believe that good intentions and good governance are two different things. They are at polar ends. There is no way you can say you have good intentions when your policies are not given. It's just like Julius Nyerere of Tanzania. When he led Tanzania to independence, he had good intentions, coming up with the socialist principle of Ujama, which is African socialism. But history has it that he left Tanzania, then Tanganyika Republic, worse off than he met it. So in reality, President MUHAMMADU BUHARI left the Nigerian states worse off than he took it from Goodluck Jonathan. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is dead. Currently, our economy is one of the worst in Africa. As at the last report, Nigeria is rated third most corrupt country in the world. Third most corrupt country in the world. If we want to argue that that statement is not overtly correct, Are we saying that if they want to rate Nigeria, we are going to come last in corruption? The question now is, forget about the crying, the weeping and all that. Of course, when you lost a loved one, you will cry, you will weep. But the truth of the matter is purgatory process. What are we doing? Are we feeling remorseful as leaders of our attitude, of behaviors towards the public? Africa leaders should be focused more on the common man. Can the common man afford the basic things of life? It's not even about let the poor breathe. That is a sarcastic statement. Let the poor breathe, and the poor, you are not letting them to breathe. Transportation is high. To buy food, to even feed is very, very difficult. And some persons are just there, taking, sharing, snatching, and what kind of adjective can we use for that? Deciding what happens in Nigerian state. I thought Nigeria belongs to all of us. What kind of policies are we giving? What kind of policies are we making? I saw the dignitaries during the funeral service, but one thing was sacrosanct. MUHAMMADU Buhari has lost every sense of consciousness. He was not there. He can't even thank you. He can't even see the person that are crying for him or that are mocking him. That speaks to you and I that are living. When you leave, two group of persons will be there during your burial. Those that will be celebrating you, the sycophants that will be celebrating or crying for you, and the ones that will be telling your family that you have left the bitter truth. Either you are a good person or you are a bad person. To humanity, I like to beg us, let's focus now and prioritize human dignity. Look at the average Nigerian worker living in penury, in squalor. He cannot pay bills. And we say we are the giant of Africa. We call ourselves the giant of Africa. Are we really the giant of Africa? The per capita income of Nigeria is nothing compared to that of even Ghana, Sierra Leone. What is happening? Yet we have a country, yet we have government. Our leaders are not mad. They're in their right state of mind. I don't know if they're not even if they're irrational thinkers. These things are not rocket science. They're not something that is too difficult to ask. What we are asking is, let the poorest of the poor survive. Our leaders, it's our time they started to do the needful. Wherever you are, whatever you are doing to help humanity, please do. Even the church, they are not exempted from what I'm saying. When we had bad governance, it was the church or religious leaders that were the hope of common man. What do we now find now in the church? It's in the church that you have people that want to kill, people that want to run you down. If you see a fellow brother trying to survive, certain cartels, certain group, certain generals, leaders will rise up and say that this person must not rise. It has become a kind of clique. Are we happy for seeing citizens committing suicide? Then at the tail end, you will now go and ask God for mercy, and meanwhile you have done havoc to people. You and I know what is right. We keep quoting the book of James. To he that know what is good and does not do it, to him it is sin. Are you doing what is right? Every leader, whether pastor, bishop, reverend, apostle, brother, deacon, deaconess, evangelist, should be responsible and be at least a human. I'm not even talking about being a Christian or a Muslim worshiper. Be a human. Have concern. When someone comes and lie on the floor, bow on his knees, or start faking loyalty, that is when that person is loyal. If you can help, please help. This is my message to everyone. Life is transient. Power is transient. The best time you have is now. Utilize it and write your name or rewrite your name in the good book, in the annals of history. I leave you with this word. According to Chinua Achebe, until the lion learns to tell his own story, the hunter will keep taking the glory. Thank you very much.